back, bitches.
Yeah, motherfucker.
We're back. What you will learn. My name's Adam Ashton.
My name's Adam Jones, and yeah, that's our new introduction. Hopefully, we don't get sued by the using their samples, but we'll soon find out if we go out of business.
That's it. Freak out.
Freak out, motherfucker.
Because we just absolutely freaked the fuck out, didn't we?
Yeah. So on the weekend, we went to Unleash the Power Within by Tony Robbins.
Yep. And it was amazing. We're going to record a snippet each night, like 10 minutes each night. We just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It was just an absolute
too full on.
Speechless. Yeah.
Yeah, too full on.
So full on.
It's basically not your typical kind of seminar. It's like more like a big rock concert where
it was, man.
Just going nuts.
There would have been 5,000 people there.
Yeah.
And then every half hour, there was fucking dancers on stage.
Yeah.
Every half hour, you jump up and just absolutely fucking unleash.
Yeah.
And like on the first day, everyone was like, sort of like, yeah. Woo. But by the end of the third night, it was an absolute fucking unleash.
Yeah.
Absolute unleash.
Yeah. Fucking oath, man.
No, what'd you think?
Oh, I thought it was probably one of the better things I've ever done.
Yeah.
Even in terms of just entertainment value from all the dancing and rocking around.
Mate, you love the dancing, that's for sure.
So every as Ashton mentioned, so we'll get into it. So day one, or at the start of every day, you just be sitting on your seat. You know what the fuck's about to happen.
Yeah, we rolled in.
Then a group of about 30 warm-up dancers jump on stage. And then the whole crowd, about 5,000 people all up, just follow them, and then gets the whole energy in the room up and going. And then, from the start, you're just full of energy. Yeah.
And what was the point of that?
I think Tony mentioned at some stage, like the best way to learn is in the, once you got your body up and about and you're full of emotion and energy and all that, you're more likely to take in.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything, all the teachings and stuff.
Yeah, it's one thing to just lie there and read a book, and then the next level up, I guess, is would be listening to them talking. But if you're just sitting there passively taking it in, you wouldn't retain as much.
Yeah, definitely has a huge impact.
Oh, massive.
So day one, the whole day is basically, or one of the biggest things, or the marketing materials, or whatever. The biggest talking points of the event is the walking on fire aspect.
Yeah, we walked on fire.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So day one, it's all about preparing you for that kind of thing, and it's more of an analogy in life. If you can walk on fire, what else can you do? That's the whole idea of it, I guess.
Oh yeah. Oh mate. Fuck. I'm just still fucking pumping. I'm still pumped up. Yeah, it was sick. So I guess it was a bit of a, as you say, it was a bit of a build up to face your fears, turning turn your fear into action, conquer your fears. As you said, if you can just go out there and walk on fire. Yeah, there's not much else you can't do. Yeah,
so they go through it and they do a demonstration on stage about the best way. The thing that's going to stop you between getting anywhere is fear. So it's all about learning not to fight against it, because if you fight against it, then you're not going to get anywhere. It's going to pull you and drain you. Yeah. But the trick is to actually just dance with it, realise it's there, and know it's like a reptilian brain from 2 million years ago telling you you're scared when, say, for like public speaking, for example, when really you're not going to get attacked. It's all fine. Just acknowledge the fear and fucking do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So there's what else did he talk about on the first day? You can instantly change your state.
Yeah.
It was all about changing your state. He said you can either be this. I guess there's two states. He said basically there's beautiful states, which he had, which is anything positive emotions. And if you're not, happy and joyful, then you're suffering.
Yeah.
So there might be stress, anger, anxiety. Anything that's negative is suffering. And basically he said most people are as happy as they choose to be. And if you can choose to be happy or you can choose to suffer.
That's right. So he uses a pretty powerful analogy of Robin Williams on this example. So this is someone who, and this is like a choice, I guess, of, or the trade-off between expectation for appreciation. So Robin Williams is someone who, when Tony asked, who loves who loves Robin Williams, and everyone in the whole crowd put their hands up and acknowledged they loved him. And so this is someone who achieved all his goals, all his successes financially, had a huge impact on everyone's life, but he actually in the end killed himself out of all that. And it's just an example of trading. It just shows someone who has everything that we might aspire to have, but actually doesn't actually appreciate everything. So
yeah, exactly.
Of appreciation and being in a good state.
Yeah, and there was a few good things he spoke about. There was that success and achievement without fulfillment is the ultimate failure.
Yeah.
So he said you need to find ways to be fulfilled with what you're doing.
Yeah.
And money's one way, but probably not the best way, is it?
Yeah.
You need to find a bit of internal satisfaction. Otherwise, if you're just achieving things, making money, then it's no good. The other thing was he spoke about on airplanes. Whenever they give you the safety talk at the start, they said if we're in trouble and oxygen masks drop down, they don't say help everyone else first and then put your own mask on. He said make sure you put your own mask on first.
Yeah.
So if you don't put your own mask on first, then you can't help the others around you because you're probably going to run out of oxygen and die. So you can't always be trying to fix other people. The best way to help others is to help yourself first.
Yeah.
Once you're always happy and you're in a beautiful state, then you can help other people.
Yep. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
So,
mate, let's get to say fucking make you move. Make you move. Say yes.
That's Tony Robbins back. So basically, that's the type of energy we had there the whole time, and lots of fun.
And then, mate, so
whacking off there, mate.
Mate, so why aren't people fulfilled? As you said, there's the two biggest fears you talked about. One is not being enough, and that could be anything. Not being smart enough, not being young enough, not being old enough, not being rich enough.
Yep.
Anything. Fear of not being enough, and the other fear is if you're not enough, then you won't be loved. So they're the two biggest fears.
Yep. Yeah, spot on. So another big lesson I got from the first aid is that, and he uses good examples here, is that failure or devastation can be the most important thing that happens.
Yep.
Because these are the things that are going to break us, or they could actually create drive.
Yep, nice.
So he uses Oprah Winfrey as an example.
Yeah.
And he's used that a few times so Oprah is someone who grew up and was abused as a child and all that, and grew up in a very poor household, had no money, had no pretty much reason to be successful or anything like that. But she actually used those past experiences in her life to create the drive to be who she is today.
Yeah.
And Tony's also as an example of that. He came from nothing. He kind of hinted at he had a pretty fucked up childhood as well. But
yeah.
But he used those experiences, that pain to actually create the drive to be that huge force he is in the world today as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing, man.
So what do you reckon, day 2, mate?
Yeah. Well, I love the 6 human needs.
6 human needs? Was that day 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
The 6 human needs.
Sweet.
Which I think's sick. I'd heard it before. I'd definitely gone through it before, but the way it was explained and the way you went through it was sick. So basically we've got 4 primal needs, and one is the need for certainty or comfort. So we'd like to have a bit of security, a bit of comfort, know what's going to happen. But at the same time, the second human need is that we need some uncertainty and variety and surprise, because if you know exactly what's going to happen every day, then life's pretty boring.
Yeah.
And third, we need significance. So, that we need to feel special. We need to feel like we're important. Number 4, we need connection and love. So with ourselves and with other people. And then the 2 spiritual needs, we need growth and we need contribution. So we need to always be moving forward, feeling like we're improving ourselves. Yep. And we also need to give to others.
Yeah.
In that contribution, yeah.
So we've all got, out of these 6 driving forces, we've all got 1 or 2 or 3 that actually drives us, or different times of our lives. And he mentioned we don't choose these needs. We're these are put upon us about our upbringing, our culture, what the conditions we grow up in, and all that kind of stuff. So we don't actually get to choose these, and these are the actual needs that run our lives. So a lot of this whole thing from Tony Robbins was actually kind of taking control and maybe choosing these different needs, or actually being aware of them.
Yep.
Of these drivers, so you can actually change these needs or change these drivers perhaps in order to maybe get different results.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, so I've probably previously been living with, I guess the two that I was prioritizing, not even consciously doing so, would have been certainty and significance. So wanting to feel important, wanting to make out I was really big and important, and then having that certainty. But I at the moment I'm going to be focusing on more uncertainty and growth instead.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what was your first step toward uncertainty, mate?
Fucking quit. We went So day 2. That's a good segue. Day 2 was all about making decisions. Yeah. So we had to make 2 big decisions about our lives. So me, I quit the job. Quit the job yesterday because it's just I always knew.
Yeah.
I didn't. I already knew the decision. I just didn't act upon it. But now I've done it. I pulled the trigger.
Yeah, fucking oath. Yeah, life's too short to do shit you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So that's and you realise that in the days.
Oh yeah, fuck man, life is too short.
Yeah. So also day 2, should we go through the ultimate success formula?
Yep, lay it on us.
All right. So 1, this isn't anything extremely new, I'd say, from our books, but it's very important. So number 1, know your outcome.
Yep.
So I guess don't just go, have a goal, basically, number 1. Number 2, know your reasons why you do it. And then the how will come later, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And once the how does come, 3, you take massive action. So
action.
So don't just take a few steps, like I just showed, you just, if you don't like your job or whatever, just fucking quit. Just take huge action and you'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Number 4, know what you're getting. Be honest with yourself with the results. Be honest if you're happy, if you're unfulfilled, all that kind of shit. And number 5, be willing to change your approach. Just don't change willy-nilly, but be smart about it. But yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. They say if it's not working, you got to keep changing your approach. And you can just change it once and then give up, but you got to keep changing. If you want to get to the point where you achieve that outcome that you wanted, you got to keep changing the approach. If it's not working, keep changing the approach.
Fucking hell. That's all about.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything more on that, mate?
No.
So another one I got a lot out of was probably 3 steps to lasting change.
Yeah.
So, if you want to change something in your life, these are 3 steps you can do. So number 1 is get leverage, little effort, big movement.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, this is a good example of where it does sometimes take a lot of pain or something to get you fucking moving to do something. That's what he means by leverage. You need to leverage on the pain or the emotion or whatever to make the big movement. So that's another reason why I think there's a lot of emotion in these 3 days. Is you need these fucking high energy, high emotion to get leverage and then make massive actions to improve your life.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it, man, but he got us to some fucking pain. Yeah. That's for sure. He got us to some serious fucking pain.
Some wild shit going on.
So, it was amazing, man. Yeah. Step 2? Step
2 is interrupt or annihilate the pattern.
Yeah.
So just get rid of what you're already actually doing.
Yeah, exactly. And if you haven't seen Tony Robbins before, he's on Shallow Hal.
Is he?
Yeah. Have you seen her?
I've seen Shallow Hal, but I didn't know Tony Robbins before watching that movie.
Really? Yeah. Well, mate, because that's how he got cured.
Ah, really?
Yeah. So, as a quick... I haven't seen it for ages, but I consciously went back and watched bits of it. And so, basically, Shallow Hal, he was this guy, he wasn't the best looking dude, but he was always going after the hottest chicks, and he was just not getting any luck. And it turns out the hottest chicks were actually pretty ugly on the inside, though. So, Tony... they got stuck in the lift, Shallow Hal and Tony, and Tony was able to interrupt his pattern and change his outlook on life. So he saw the inner beauty in people, and so that's where he interrupted his pattern. You'll see where he does he grabs him and does the heal, devils come out.
Fuck this! This makes more sense because he did that in the 3
days. He fucking healed someone in that 3 days, didn't he? Grabbed the head and shook him. It was good.
Fucking wild.
And step 3, after you've interrupted that pattern,
create a new pattern.
That's it.
Do something. Put something new in there. Start doing something new.
And that's what he said. Once you've interrupted the pattern, it's like a vacuum. It's going to suck. Something's going to go in there instead. So you need to consciously choose to put something good in there. Don't just let something else come in.
Yeah. Day 3, I think he started the day with a fucking sick analogy. So it's basically, there's this dude, right, who loves gambling and all that. He's a huge gambler. It's what he lives and dies for his whole life. And he finally dies, and then he thinks he finds himself in heaven. So when he wakes up in this place, like, fuck yeah, I'm in a casino, and he's got all this money, and he goes to the
penthouse suite.
Yeah, fucking rock and roll.
Birds all round.
Yeah. So he goes to the roulette table, and then he puts the number, he goes, fuck, my favourite number's number 7 or whatever. So he puts his money on number 7, and it wins.
Yeah.
And he cheers, and everyone's like around him, and go, woo! He does it again, and he wins a second time, and he does it again, and he wins a third time.
Yeah.
And all day he keeps winning, and then all these birds keep flocking around him, and then he has, goes back to his hotel room, and there's a big orgy, and everyone's, it might be a bit of salt and pepper there. But basically, it's a big party.
No, he had the best day he's ever had.
Best day of his life.
Didn't lose, kept winning, fucked lots of hot pitches.
Yep.
And it was in the penthouse suite, was in absolute heaven.
Absolute heaven. And then, so the same thing happens again. Day 2, he's like, yoo-hoo!
Yeah.
Best thing, big orgies, all that, money, booze, big parties. But what happens is on day 60, he's like, what the fuck? Just someone help me lose. And he wants to lose all of a sudden, and then he goes up to, I think this guy acting like God or whatever, and he goes, I thought I was in heaven, and turns out he's not. He's actually in hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, this whole analogy is basically to show that this is like the role of shit in your life. It's actually, without it, you can't really measure the good in your life.
Yeah, exactly. You need, that's it. Sometimes you need a bit of desert to recognise the oasis.
Yeah,
I think that was in The Alchemist.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. See, I thought it was a real powerful analogy, like the desert and the oasis, like you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. And we also, so day 3, we talked about the pyramid of mastery, or the seven areas that we need constant growth in for an extraordinary life.
Yeah.
So we need to be constantly improving our physical body. So that doesn't necessarily mean going to the gym and getting jacked and benching 100 kegs. But we do need to be improving our physical body. Second, we need to be improving our emotions and meaning. Third, our relationships. Fourth, our time. Fifth, our work, career, or mission. Sixth, our finances. And seventh, contribution, or a spiritual sense as well.
Yeah.
And so we went through and tried to find some areas to focus on.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, just being aware of like what areas you're strong at, what areas you're weak at, and maybe identifying if you spent time on the one area, all the others would improve. So basically know for what you want, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Another lesson of the day, which is again in a lot of the best books out there, I think, is like who you spend time with is who you become.
Absolutely.
Really reiterated that process. And also another one, Ash, I'd like to get your thoughts on this, is anticipation is the ultimate power in life. So it uses the analogy of dabblers versus masters. So people who dabble in things or whatever, and then it gets hard or they hit the dip, as we've found out, and they stop. Whereas if you learn to anticipate that the dip's going to come or shit's going to fucking hit the fan, then the master will just sit back and be like, ooh, to be expected. just cop the dip.
Yeah, that's it.
Keep moving on.
Yeah, that's what he said. He used the term plateau. So he said, like, whenever you start something new, there's going to be a very steep learning curve and improvement curve very early on. But after that quick early improvement, you're going to hit a bit of a plateau, or as Seth Godin would call it, you'd hit the dip. And so he said if you're a dabbler, then you're going to hit the dip and you think, fuck, I'm not getting any better anymore. You're going to quit that, move on to something else, and then you're getting back in line essentially for a new dip. So you might play tennis, and you go from can't hit the ball over the net to quickly improving, and then you hit a plateau. And then you might, if you're a dabbler, you'd think, okay, well, fuck, time to find a new sport, and you move on and start something else, improve quickly, and then hit a plateau again, hit the dip. Whereas a master, as you said, would expect the dip, quick improvement, hit the dip, keep working through it, and then have another burst of improvement, essentially.
Yeah, totally.
Musk through the dip.
Musk through it.
Yeah.
So, day 3, guys, was something you kind of just have to go to.
Oh, yeah. You just can't, even if you watch this on video, I don't know, you just can't do it. You have to go.
I reckon this podcast is almost counterproductive because I don't think words can...
Yeah.
It's just fucking wild. It's fun. It's just wild. This day 3, it's crazy. We probably don't want to elaborate for that reason. It could be counterproductive because we do recommend you
how long was it?
It's like 12 hours maybe or something.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
But the actual actual bit, it was It was at least 6 hours of fucking intensity.
Yeah.
And it was just full on.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck happened. Mate, how did you describe it after we finished?
Oh, yeah, it was like... So I've never really had acid, but it was like having an acid trip.
For sure, it's hours.
Just hours on end. But,
mate, it was fucked.
But,
in a good way. In a
great way. So
yeah.
Then at the end of the night, Kurt Cobain came on, Nirvana, and Super Soakers came out. It was like a fucking huge mosh pit. It was like...
Everyone got wet as fuck.
Everyone got wet as hell. It was wild. People crowd surfing. It was just looking around thinking, fuck, did Kurt Cobain get this much intensity when he played Smells Like Teen Spirit?
He wouldn't have pumped it as
Everyone
hard.
was fucking losing.
Mate, it got pumped very hard. Yeah.
Great fun.
Yeah.
So day 3, one of the greatest, one of the most unique and great days and highlights of my life. I'd say one of the better.
Yeah.
It's just wild. But anything more on day 3 for you?
Nah, just if you think of going, fucking go and do it. Yeah.
Fuck the money. It's not.
Do it.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to talk much about day 4.
Yeah, day 4 was all about health and nutrition.
It's probably the shit me and you both need the most, but we just fucking...
Yeah, we couldn't be fucked. Couldn't be fucked.
Too much
about... Mate, it was just a big... It was a big come down after day 3.
Yeah.
That's
so
for
you're
sure.
just sitting down and... So day 4, it goes on a lot about nutrition and how important supplementing your physical health is and all that.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, probably is our most important thing.
But it's all in... Like, we got this textbook that, there was nothing that we were learning by sitting there that we couldn't learn by reading here.
Definitely. So if you value your health, I'm sure you can find the same information somewhere.
Yeah.
Day 1, 2, and 3, maybe not. That's the kind of shit you need to go for.
Yeah. As I said, I've seen most of this content, seen these videos online.
Yeah.
It just, does not compare, though, to actually going there.
So who should go, mate?
I think everyone would get something out of it, that's for sure. But there's no way everyone would go.
No.
And if you go, you have to go, and you have to do it. You can't be sheltered and shy. You just got to you got to unleash.
Yeah.
As it's called, you got to unleash the power within.
Yeah.
Mate, we fucking walked on fire. It was sick.
Yeah. Walking on fire. So, as I said at the start, that analogy, if you walk on fire, if you got that experience in your life and you think of that, you're like, fuck. If I walked on fire, how hard is this presentation going to be? Or how hard's that phone call going to be? Or whatever you need to do.
Actually, because I guess I was busy before I left, I didn't really think about it. I was like, sick, we're going to go walk on fire.
Yeah.
But then on the first morning when we were there, and I did like a tour in the morning where they were burning it up, they were getting it ready, I was like, fuck, this is actually not going to be as easy as I thought. Mate, I hadn't even felt it. I just had a few tickles on the toes.
Yeah.
I just powered through, mate.
Yeah,
just got in state, made my move.
Yeah.
It was a bit culty as we were going. Like there was jungle drums going off, and everyone was chanting and stuff. But it was sick.
Pretty funny. So basically something something worth, I think, most people should experience, but they obviously won't. And yeah.
As you said, it was like 50 hours. Like the first day was from like 12 till midnight. Next day was from like 8:30 till 10. Next day was from like 8:30 till after midnight. Like it was probably 50 hours all up. And I'm like, so we did Wealth Masters.
Yeah.
And I'd say we were good at condensing that 2 days into 20 minutes, and that was fine. Whereas condensing this 50 hours into 25, whatever minutes it's going to be, does not do justice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, that's the Unleash Your Power Within with Tony Robbins.
Unleash.
Fucking unleash. And
make your move, get in state.
Yep. So, next book, Asho.
Drive.
You actually know this, Tom.
Drive.
By Daniel Pink.
Yep, good book. And actually probably ties into this a bit as well.
Yeah. About motivation.
Yeah.
All the scientific.
It's actually, Drive's actually gone to my top 10 now.
Yeah.
Oh,
sweet, man.
So good book.
Lovely.
Fucking let's have a sing!
You!
Massive action!
Pump, 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 pump.
Make it move! Make it move! Oh!
Appreciate that shit, dog!
How quickly can you change a state?
Oprah Winfrey, nice ass!
Oh, God. Most people are as happy as they want to be.
Certainty. Connection, growth, contribution.
Uncertainty and significance.
Leverage that shit, dog!
Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure.
Anticipate, motherfucker!
Make the sound of who you are!
Bang!